Hey there, Hanukkah goblins. Welcome back to another episode of The Spiritual Gaze. I am one of your hosts, Brandon.
I'm your other host, Angel.
And this is our twice-monthly podcast dedicated to exploring the wide reaches of spirituality without pretending that it all makes sense.
Them reaches are wide.
They are.
And we aren't pretending.
But we...
As you said.
Yeah, that's true.
We're actually going to keep this very serious.
Yes, it's a very serious episode today.
Yeah, this is like one of those like very special episodes where we're going to talk about
GLP-1s.
Wow, we have very different takes on what serious is.
Yeah, well.
All right, well.
Politics isn't that serious. Politics is a circus.
Politics, though, could lead to very serious things.
Yeah.
So, but I don't want to talk about that.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, we were kidding. We're not going to talk about politics. This is not that show. This is the show where we talk about astrology and how it's affecting you.
And Heather Gay, and if she's going to have a good Christmas.
Yeah, and we talk about ourselves.
A lot.
Yeah, because that's why you're here, right? Because you're interested in who we are. Who are we? Who are you?
Oh. I'm Brandon Alter. I'm a queer, non-binary spiritual healer. I'm an astrologer, a tarot reader, and a writer.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. I am gorgeous.
You are gorgeous.
Thank you so
actually.
much. You'll notice I'm not blonde anymore.
I know. It looks good, though.
My blonde era has ended kind of unceremoniously. I wasn't like prepared for it to end, and then it was over.
Yeah. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Okay.
I feel okay.
Good.
I mean, I liked being blonde. It made me feel special. Like it just felt like a special thing. I miss that. But I'm fine. I'm happy to return to myself in a way.
Yeah. And you're still special.
Yeah, I just don't have special hair anymore. I just have
I think your hair is still very special.
regular hair. Can I have some of your water, actually?
Yeah, of course.
As you
Wow.
can hear, I may be a little bit sick.
So I'm really glad about that. Also, this is just very real. This is riveting.
I'm just gonna keep this.
Riveting.
I'm so sorry, you
work
guys.
here.
Honestly, I'm doing my best. I have been fighting something all week, and it's just like changing symptoms every day.
It's so exciting.
People know. People get it. It's my fault.
No, I know.
I didn't get a flu shot this year.
Yeah, but I don't think you have a flu.
No, I think it's just like a cold or allergies or something.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my
Andrew's
gosh.
running water.
A special
in.
appearance from Andrew.
Yay,
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Wow.
See, that's kindness.
That is kindness. And see, now you don't have to be contaminated by my germs.
Yeah, except we live together and sleep together and kiss together and
I haven't gotten no kisses in the last couple days.
yeah, because you're sick.
I know. Phoebe told me there's something called like germ warfare at Erewhon. She said it's like the most disgusting thing you've ever tasted, but
Okay.
it really works. And she was like, you should get germ warfare.
Oh, wow.
And since you signed us up for the Erewhon membership,
Really putting us on blast here.
I'm just being honest,
Yes, we've joined the cult.
we joined the cult. Angel felt like it was a good deal.
I blame your cousin's husband.
Oh.
Who really talked me into
Well,
it.
John,
Thanks,
you're to blame.
John.
In any event, they deliver for free, right? So just like get some
Yes.
germ warfare delivered to the house.
Yes. Okay, well, we'll do that.
In any event, sorry for that strange detour.
Well, if you haven't
Who are you?
tuned out yet, who are these damn homosexuals talking about their sickness and their Erewhon memberships?
We're homosexuals that live in Los Angeles
Fair.
in the winter,
Exactly.
technically known as fourth summer. It is 80 degrees outside.
I know. I put this on just for the appearance of the season.
Angel's wearing a thick flannel for those that are just listening. And I'm wearing a cute little sweater vest because I also wanted to feel seasonally appropriate while not sweating my tits off.
Wow. Up until you used tits, you were really giving like QVC
Oh,
realness there.
wow.
Stacy Rausch?
From Potomac,
Yeah.
the queen of QVC.
Yeah. Is it Rausch? Rausch?
Why are you asking me?
Stacy, the queen of Potomac, the current queen of Potomac. That's all you need to know. Who was a QVC icon. I'm Angel Lopez.
Hey.
I am an astrologer and I read the tarot. and I teach the tarot and astrology at times. And I am also a writer and a film producer at times, and the host of this show and your husband.
The co-host of this show.
The co-host.
You were always
of
trying to
this
take it away from me.
That is not true.
I was 8 minutes late to the studio today, and I felt like Angel was about to start recording without me.
I did say that to Andrew.
I bet you did.
I bet you did. We could just start and, they'll roll in when they want to.
Rude.
Well,
I was taking care of your son, who was very unhappy to have to go back into the grate.
Oh,
I had to chase him all around the house. He hid under the bench at the foot of the bed. I had to knock the bench over just to be able to grab him.
Yeah, I've done that.
I didn't have time to write it, so when you go home, the bench is still on its side.
It's going to be chaos.
Should we have a check-in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have a check-in.
I think you should go first.
Oh.
Because I've already divulged too much about myself.
You have. Well, I'm going to try to not divulge too much about myself.
Oh, why?
So when I was 10,
no,
I'm just kidding.
Was forced to...
I mean, look, I just came from therapy, so I'm freshly vulnerable and open, but I don't necessarily need to do that again, nor therapy dump onto all the gorgeous people out there. It's been a very long day today. I had sudden car trouble. I was riding in a tow truck at 8 a.m. this morning with a lovely man. Shout outs to Sean.
I thought his name was Hazak.
No, his name was Sean. Huh. And was super lovely.
Was he cute?
No, I mean, he was just a handsome man, but that wasn't not the headline by any means.
Okay.
But
seems like
honestly,
it was trying to downplay how handsome he was.
No, it actually was not that at all. I'm just actually trying to get to the interesting part, which to me was that it was his third day on the job, and he honestly, we had a very open, candid conversation of about his life. He was telling me about his family life and his wife who had terrible mental illness issues, and he had to leave her, and now he's raising their children, and he had to move his parents out from Iran. It was very fascinating. We were speaking about Iran's relationship with the US. We had very fascinating conversation. I thought we were going to hug at the end. He was thank you so much for such engaging conversation. I was thank you. I felt we both learned things. It was a really beautiful ride. And I left it being just oh wow. Yeah. It's one of those total moments of connection that you can have with strangers in a short amount of time is very fascinating.
So you wanted to hug him?
I mean, no, I didn't. I honestly just wanted to get inside and find out what was going on with my car. But when we were leaving, it was just this moment of shaking hands, being thank you so much for
You almost said holding hands. Just admit it.
Look,
you want to leave me for Sean? It's okay.
No, I'm actually trying to reel this into a grounded conversation. We just had a real moment of humanity, just thank you for seeing me, and thank you for seeing me. It was just a beautiful, real moment of humanity. It was really sweet. It kind of set a really nice tone and vulnerable tone for me for my day. It just reminds me too how challenging it can be to have just a real authentic deep connection with a person in the world sometimes, and how when it does happen to really engage in it, and how beautiful it is when you meet someone who's just open to that kind of experience. It was just I don't know, it was just very nice. It primed me for the rest of my day.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah. It was really nice. So,
well, it takes two for that to happen, right? You can show up vulnerable, and sometimes that calls out the vulnerability in somebody else, and sometimes that shuts them down even more,
No, and that's actually, I think, the interesting thing is you then find yourself, at least I find myself engaging with people from that place, and then you immediately can tell
they're don't have the energy for that. Don't even try.
But I do find most people if you are in that space with them, they're kind of hungry for that. Like they're like, oh, wow, thank you for just like letting me like vent my experience for a moment, you know?
Yeah.
Like, or have a real moment with you. So yeah, I just have had like really nice, like just little beats with people today, you know, went to physical therapy, saw our lovely friend Arnie there.
Aww.
Shout out to Arnie. Your sis, I believe Rachel, her name, who you're going to watch this, I hope.
Did you bring us off as gift?
No, that's going to happen later.
Okay.
And yeah, therapy. It's just been a busy day of like just connection and people. And I think in a way that's like a good overarching element of my check-in, which is just, you know, trying to embrace like the people who I'm connecting with, the people who are trying to connect with me, and really trying to receive that, see who I'm in relationship with right now in a real active way, and hopefully like set the tone for the new year with some relationships, you know? Like, I'd really like to be engaging with my people in a more meaningful way. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. You worked really hard to not reveal anything that was discussed in therapy today. And if you think I'm not going to probe you, you've forgotten who you're married to.
I mean, I don't really want to talk about like the underlying just like layer of loneliness that like just, you know, exists in my whole existence that I'm just coming to really recognize. Like, but now I said it.
Well,
and now we said it.
I'm intrigued. That sounds like something everyone could relate to.
Yeah. I just like have come to really like, I'm just exploring just this general sense of loneliness that I find myself living with, and that I struggle to connect, but I also struggle with feeling lonely. And so it's this weird internal dance that exists in my life.
Were you a lonely kid?
I think I was a lonely kid who was like, very social, but I always felt like either kids were doing me like a favor by hanging out with me, or like, you know, I was like having to work really hard to get them to like me. And I'm just recognizing now the ways in which I work really hard to get people to like me now.
How do you do it?
You know, I think there's like just like a bit of a like trying to be very charming to like get people on my side. And I even notice it. I talked actually about it now. How I work as in this type of environment. And I think like I find myself like really trying to like lean into my most charming self.
Like when we're recording the podcast?
Yeah.
Or just like when you're trying to get me to do the dishes?
Well, yes. Both.
Yeah.
I try every tactic to get you to do the dishes. None of them are working.
Sorry.
If anyone has any other tactics out
I
there
do
to
the
throw
dishes
me.
sometimes.
You know what? And when it happens, hell freezes.
So not true.
A pig flies.
So not true. I do the dishes a lot.
Define a lot.
Weekly.
Define weekly. Another 7 days in a week.
Let's go back to your loneliness, your existential loneliness.
Let's move on to you. We don't have time for me.
Oh,
there
goddess.
you go.
Okay.
You got some out of me here.
I did. I feel satisfied.
Yeah. What about you? Tell us about you. And we know you're sick.
I'm a little
you're
sick.
Not blonde anymore.
I'm not blonde anymore. I'm just regular old me.
Well, how does that really make you feel?
I think I expressed it.
But like, how do you really feel?
I really feel kind of sick, but I'm
sorry, I just came from therapy.
No, I understand. I will try to respond to your vulnerability with vulnerability and not just clown my way through this check-in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the holidays for me are a very lonely time. Like historically, my feeling around the holidays is of either like being an outsider or of like feeling as though I have to pretend, because I find them mostly to be very like inauthentic and super performative.
Yeah.
Like we're like performing this joy that we don't really feel and that doesn't really even exist, to say nothing of capitalism. And it also like brings up a lot of ghosts, literally and metaphorically. Like the holidays makes me think about those that are not with us anymore. And it also like becomes such a like slammed month of like plans and parties. And I'm trying to figure out how to enter in to these next couple of weeks from a more authentic place and not like performing something that I don't feel. And also from like a place of curiosity about like what relationships are meaningful and like nourishing for me. Because there's a lot of like perfunctory stuff that just like has to happen. Like there's a lot of boxes that I feel like have to be just like crossed off, you know, like.
Or wrapped.
Yeah, well, you'll do that because you're so good at that.
Yeah.
So like tonight after this podcast, I have to go home and make my mom's Hanukkah cookies because that's a tradition that I'm carrying on in her absence for the family Hanukkah party, and we all will like decorate them together. And I don't know, it's like it's one of those things that like doing it makes me feel close to her and also makes me feel very lonely and like very sad. And if I could just opt out entirely, I would. But because of familial obligations, I can't, you know, and I have to like assume the posture of being happy to carry on the torch when really I, especially this year, like don't know if I necessarily have it in me. Like I wish I could just like lay on my couch and watch movies for the next 3 weeks. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Having a bit of a holiday mini depression.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, like only made worse when I like don't feel my most optimal self.
Right. Well, it's understandable. I mean, the holidays, I think, bring out all of those types of emotions for a lot of people out there, you know. It's like an end of year thing too, right? Like, that's underlying it all. Like, what have I done this year? You know, it's just one of those things that like, gets equated in this area too for some people. I
feel like for me, maybe because I feel like I actually did accomplish a lot this year, I don't feel the need to like over consume and assert myself with the holidays, because I'm totally cool with just like crossing 2025 off the list and just like moving on.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. But it's a time of connection. Seeing people.
I'm so tired of connecting. I just want to I'm reading a really good book right now. I just like want to be under the covers with Coyote on top of me reading a book.
Wow.
That's all I want right now. And people could come over and they could like sit.
And
like,
watch you read a book?
No, we could like chat. I could like put the book aside and we could like talk. And maybe like if you're reading a book, like you could come and you could like, you can get in the bed too and we can just like read, you know, or get on the bed. You don't have to, like, we can get a blanket for you. You can lay on.
Starting to sound like a production of Little Women.
Is Little Women my fantasy?
I don't know. You're like infirmed right now, which didn't that happen? Didn't one of them die?
Yeah, I think she did. I think she did.
I don't know if you want to be in Little Women.
Okay, maybe I don't want to be in Little Women. But I would just like friends to come over throughout the day and we just like read books and like chat together.
Wow.
And like someone like brings us tea.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be so nice? Like that's how I want to celebrate the holidays.
I mean, it does sound slightly like.
And then like at sunset, we just walk around the neighborhood, you know, and we like and we see the sky change. What? Does this not sound good to you?
Picturing you in like a period dress, like wandering the meadows with friends.
That sounds nice, right?
A kitten in a basket.
Yes, that's all I want this holiday
season. The dog
season.
would not sit in a basket.
No, the dog would not probably sit in the basket.
But he would probably just run around and chase things.
Yeah, I would chase things, chase the fireflies.
Yeah. So, well, you know what? That when you put it that way. Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'll put on period dress and walk around a meadow with you.
Period dress is not required.
It just sounds right for this image.
I have a friend, Molly, who's always wanting to get like a sick dress. Like she wants like a dress that she wears whenever she's like sick, and she wants it to be like a Victorian gown.
Yeah, well, this is why.
I don't think she's found it yet, but she's always like sending me options. And I'm like, that's not a bad option. But I feel like all the ones she sends me, they look kind of itchy. And like when you're sick, you don't want like an itchy garment. You want something like soft and silky.
Yeah, no, she would definitely be at the Little Women party.
Yeah.
So, in a bonnet.
Yeah.
I feel like bonnets are important.
Are bonnets back, you think?
I don't think they're back, but they're just part of this in my head.
Got it. I'm not going to wear a bonnet inside. That doesn't seem.
Whatever suits you. All right. Well, I feel like this is like an opportune moment.
Is it?
Yeah. I actually just want to like bring something up while we're still toward the top of the show. But if you're done.
Sure.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, oh, it was a pleasure. Thanks for drawing me out.
You had done a really great readings special.
Oh.
For people. And it's still kind of...
Oh, you mean my healing?
Yeah,
my
your healing
special. Yeah.
Which is still available?
Yeah, it's just kind of ongoing, honestly.
Yeah, you're just doing it.
It's just ongoing until I'm like overwhelmed. But right now, besides being sick, I'm not overwhelmed. So yeah, you can book a spiritual healing session with me. Use the code HeyGazer, and it gives you an extraordinary discount. So if you feel compelled, you can listen. Like 2 episodes ago, we did like a deep dive into spiritual healing. If it feels like something you're called to, please reach out to me. We can do it remote. We can do it in person. We can do it in the astral plane.
Well, it's inspired me, perhaps also my underlying just ever-present sense of loneliness has also inspired me to want to connect with people, and particularly around their astrology. So I want to do just like a year ahead. Well, I have a reading called the Astrology of Now reading, and basically it's just like a 45-minute reading that kind of gives you a sense of like what's going on with you now and what's coming. I'd like to like offer that to the first 10 people who sign up for it. We'll make the same code, HeyGazer.
Oh,
I'll use that too.
Can we? Oh yeah, because we have separate booking systems.
Yeah,
great.
So HeyGazer, HeyGayzer. And you can go on there and book it, and it'll give you like a special $125 rate for that.
Dueling discounts.
And you can find the links to our reading site at thespiritualgaze.com. You can also sign up for our newsletter there. For any longtime listeners, we have used to do a pretty regular newsletter, but it's been a while. But there's one gonna come
next week
because it will include a sign up to our yearly
astrology of 2026. Yes.
Yeah. Workshop that we're going to do. It's more like a webinar because it is a lot of us talking, but we're just kind of sharing all of the upcoming transits for the year, talking through our takes on them, engaging with you on them. We're hopeful that a lot of you will sign up for it, join us.
We hope you miss
us.
And maybe new people want to join.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're like new to the show and you're like, oh, we get to hang out. Yeah. It's basically like a 2-parter. So we'll get together the first week of January, and then we get together again, usually like in July.
Yeah.
To kind of talk about the second half because it's a lot and we don't want to like just overwhelm you. Yeah. So they're like 2-hour sessions usually. I think it's like 90-minute or 2 hours.
It's like 90 minutes, and like we can linger in the hallways metaphorically if like you have more questions and things you want to ask, and we record it, so if you can't join live, you can have it sent to you. But it's it's kind of our favorite. I mean, we didn't do a lot of webinars this year, so it's clearly our favorite webinar we did this year because it'll be the only one we did this year. But even when we were doing a lot more teaching, this is always kind of a fan favorite because we get to talk about the larger themes, and there's a lot of planetary changes. I mean, some planets like returning to signs they've been in, but for the long haul, and then some like brand new stuff that's going to be very, very spicy and exciting.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to get into just like how the year is sort of wrapping up in our cosmic update coming up in a bit. But yeah, so keep a lookout for that newsletter or sign up for it at thespiritualgaze.com. There you have it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Reading special, healing special, astrology of 2026 workshop.
Yeah.
It's like we're the spiritual gaze again.
We are the spiritual gaze, everyone.
Did people reach out? Were they interested in the retreat idea for next year? Should we like be following up on that?
I think only a handful.
Okay. So last chance. Smoke them while you got them, or else we're going to move on to greener pastures.
Well, maybe we'll put that in the newsletter and people can just like respond, like respond directly to it.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that as well. We'll do like a poll or something.
I love a poll.
A poll.
Yeah.
A poll.
A poll.
Okay. That's a poll. Sorry.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now? Are you having a stroke?
No.
You would tell me if you were having a stroke, right?
It's from Madonna's Truth or Dare when she like tells one of her dancers, she's like, "Well, take a poll." And he's like, "A poll? A poll?" And then he like points to like the boom mic and he goes, "That's a poll." And she's like, "I'll explain later."
Wow.
You know, he wasn't that bright, but he sure could dance.
Do you think Madonna is bright?
I do.
You think she's an intelligent woman?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. Yes. Witty, cunning, sly as a fox. That's all I'm going to say about it.
All right.
All right. Should we just indulge ourselves and the few
7
out there
people that watch as much reality TV as we do with a dose of reality.
All right. So the only real reality that we want to talk about is
the only reality worth talking about at this moment.
The New Yorker has recently listed it as one of the top 10 shows of this year alongside Pluribus and Severance and whatever.
Too Much.
And Too Much, which I loved.
We loved
Too Much.
It wasn't too much for us.
No, and neither is The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
If you're not watching, you're not getting any of the story.
Do you think they could get nominated for an Emmy? Do you think they could be the first Real Housewives franchise?
I actually think they could.
Because they're getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah. I mean, you have like a lot, you have Sarah Paulson and Kristen Wiig and like all of these people mentioning in interviews. I was just reading an interview with Winona Ryder yesterday, just curious, like what's she been up to? And she even mentioned how she watched some of the Real Housewives. Like
she was like, shout out Salt Lake City?
No, she just said I was like, like watching it like just like out of curiosity, and she didn't say which one, but she was like, it was so fascinating. She was like, and I couldn't believe they all just like sat around at the end of the season in a room with each other and just like hashed it all out. She was like, it was so crazy. And I was like, so welcome, Winona.
I know, welcome.
But yeah, I think like John Oliver, being such a like massive like fan, and I mean, he literally just goes on talk shows and like
talks about the Real
Housewives.
Housewives.
Everyone you should be watching the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's so funny.
That is so funny.
But it's understandable because it truly is humming at a level beyond most television, beyond most entertainment in general.
Yeah. It's vibrating at a different frequency.
Exactly.
I would love to see John Oliver host the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion.
Mean, we could
Can
only
you
dream.
imagine?
Yeah, it would be so great.
It would be so good. I would just love to see him interview them, even like one at a time or in like groups. Or like, 2 at a time. Like put Whitney and Heather together and Lisa and Meredith, because they're the only 2 that can stand each other.
I know. So that's a good segue because they are currently in Greece at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
But I think the real like greatest, most notable island that is occurring right now is the one that Meredith and Lisa are inhabiting.
It's called Lonely Island.
I mean, stubborn Lonely Island. Like, I just feel like they are isolating themselves by refusing to acknowledge that the version of themselves that exists in their head is not the version that exists in the reality that everyone else is living in.
Yeah. There's a disconnect between what they're trying to self-produce and what than who they actually are.
Yeah. And we all know those people. Like we've all met one of those people, I feel like, who like you can tell like, oh, they think they're coming across totally differently than they are, you know? Like, and I think like that is how I can like see. Maybe it's just because I've worked in the entertainment industry for a long time. But I feel like I've met a lot of people who are like really immersed in the version of themselves that they think everyone else is in love with. And you're like, I'm not in love with this.
Are any of my friends like one of these people? You can just say yes or no.
Not that come to mind.
Okay.
Yeah, not that come to mind.
Okay, great.
Maybe friends you had in the past.
Oh.
But we can talk about that later.
No, now let's drag them.
No, I'm not putting anyone on blast.
Okay.
Name them.
Name. It just gets so messy.
But yeah, and I just think that that's what's happening there. And they're both just now co-signing each other's bad
because
behavior.
nobody else will. And they're like bandying together as if that's a life draft that will save them.
Yeah. And it's all, stemming from this plane ride from hell, apparently, where Meredith was just berating one of the friends of Brittany Bateman, who, you know, I too would probably want to berate if I were to meet her in person. Actually not. I think she'd be like very simple fun.
Yeah.
But
you just like sing show tunes together.
Yeah. But she really pushed the wrong button on Meredith, and Meredith, from the point of view of everyone else, like just made her life hell on a very long flight from an island that I couldn't tell you what it was called.
Billionaire's Island.
And back to Salt Lake City. And
they've had some epic trips this season too. They
know.
got to go on a yacht.
I mean, they've been on a lot of like plane rides. I mean, they said they took them 2 days to get to Greece from Salt Lake City.
Why?
Because they probably stopped.
Where?
Like, either New York or London, but they probably just had a long layover somewhere.
That seems like bad planning.
Well, it probably has to do with budget.
You think?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you're traveling on a budget, because you have to.
But these women aren't traveling on a budget. These are rich women.
I think they are somewhat traveling on a budget because they have to fly together.
Are they paying for their own flights, you think?
Oh, yeah. They get, from what I've heard, they do get a stipend to travel, but they get like a economy stipend.
So they have to pay for the upgrades.
Yeah,
because they're always flying first class.
If they want to sit in business or first, like they have to pay for that.
So who's doing like this is the curtain that I need pulled back. Like who's doing the work to like find the cheapest first class flights so that these women can fly from Salt Lake City to Greece in the comfort to which they are accustomed at the budget that they can afford. And
on flights that they can all get on together.
With production, right? Because production has to be on those same flights as well.
Yeah, you need at least like a camera and a producer, at least one.
Even though we don't always get to see them on the flights. Sometimes you just get like their own like phone footage.
Yeah, I actually think you're right. I think that's all it is. You're seeing them at the airports.
Yeah, we always see them at the airports.
Yeah. And then, it is kind of their camera footage. But yeah, so I do think there's a lot that goes into it.
I will say, I did think it was actually kind of rude that if they had been traveling for 2 days and then they finally get to Greece, right? And then they don't even like get shown to their rooms. They have to like immediately do a dinner. Like I would be like, do not ask me to come to dinner fresh off the plane from anywhere. Like, let me go to my room. Let me just like.
No, didn't they get like an hour to change? I thought they did.
No, I think they went straight to the table, didn't they?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought they got like an hour.
Maybe I was.
You know what? I could be conflating it with a Potomac trip that I also watched recently.
Wait, that's when they said they've been traveling for 2 days.
You're conflating it with.
I don't think they said they were traveling
for 2
days.
No, they did.
Greece. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I am conflating. No, but they went, remember like Angie like sees that guy and he's like, welcome.
Yes.
And then he like takes them like to the table.
Oh, yes. No, you're right.
So they didn't get to go to their rooms.
You're right. No,
I would be livid.
Yeah, but maybe they were just starving and they're already on camera. So they're wearing what they've already been seen wearing.
I guess that's true.
So, you know.
Just feels like a lot. Like to ask me to wear what I wore on the plane to dinner.
Of course.
It's like, let me just like, give me like just 30 minutes. Let me just like take a shower. You know?
Yeah, but with these women, 30 minutes will be 3 hours and then it's midnight and everyone just wants to get going.
Fair.
So
Okay.
who knows what time it was when
I
they
don't know.
finally made it there.
Looked beautiful though. I'd love to go to Greece.
Yeah, Greece looks stunning. Angie Kay is the queen of Greece, and she has taken everyone to
Officially.
her kingdom.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And she is hosting at this really lovely resort.
Looks nice.
It does look very nice.
It looks like everywhere in Santorini is nice. Like
Just
everywhere has that
stunning.
view and
Yeah, like I have to get to Greece.
okay.
I want to go there.
You know, I had a vision of our 10-year wedding anniversary in Greece.
No, didn't we both have a vision of like us in Greece? Remember?
But in that vision, we had a child.
We did have a child, and our like mothers were there.
So
So it's evolved.
it definitely has evolved.
And it doesn't seem like we're going there for our 10-year wedding anniversary because it's
Next year.
next year.
So maybe who can... Don't count me out so fast.
Say if I've been changed for the better?
I can. You have. Our relationship has changed you for the better.
Well, because I knew you.
You still know me.
I've been
I'm
changed
sitting
for good.
right here.
I've been changed for good.
Stop wicketing me.
So yeah, I think it's like a really fun season. Like they really just continue to deliver and deliver and deliver.
It's just the joy. It gives me so much joy. It's like so funny. And even the fights, like they, for some reason, it's like not that deep or serious. Like
Yeah.
some Housewives franchises get so dark.
Yeah.
And somehow, despite the fraud, the incarceration, the rumors and nastiness, Salt Lake City tends to keep it fairly light despite like really delivering
sure.
on the drama. Like it just never goes that deep.
No.
And I think I don't know what that is to
Yeah. But the interesting thing is that it then does go deep, like, and I think on like personal levels. And that's
Right.
why I think it's like, for me, a really great show because it actually offers like then these moments where, you know, Angie Kay is like connecting with her father and like, you know, like understanding like the passage of time and their mortality together and like why that's why she's so invested in like her Greek heritage. And, you know, you have a woman like Bronwyn who's like really trying to like forge a connection with her mother who has been like honestly like a terrible presence in her life. And she's like being very open and vulnerable about that. And her
Yeah.
mother's actually like recognizing
and
that.
maybe changing.
Yeah. And I think you have the depth with Mary and like being really vulnerable around like her son and his like drug issues. And so it's like you do get a layer of depth with all of these
Yeah.
women on a personal level, with the exceptions of Lisa and Meredith.
So true.
Like they just want to live at the surface level of their presentation.
Yeah, because even Brittany is letting us in
With
on
her daughter.
estrangement with her daughter and
Yeah.
like taking accountability for like what a terrible mother she was.
Yeah, and that she's like dove into relationships with these men to kind of like look for validation,
So true.
you know? But like Meredith, oh, she's becoming a DJ and she sells caviar and like
Dying to try it.
yeah.
Dying to try it.
You know what? I don't know if I am anymore.
Really?
Yeah, there's probably better caviar out there.
There's probably better caviar out there.
I
but
mean, look,
there's-
if someone wants to send me Meredith Marks caviar,
I'm sure it's good.
I will eat it.
I bet it's good.
Yes, I will eat it. In fact, though, actually, I did try it
Oh.
in Park City.
Was it good?
I tried a little bit. You know what? It was fine. But it was also, I was at the tail end of the party and I felt like I kind of got the dregs.
The dregs.
Yeah. And no one should have the dregs of a caviar spread.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
It was all on ice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was fine.
caviar
it was
is
in Park
caviar.
City
Like
in
it's
winter. So
yeah.
everywhere is on ice. But
I need somebody to help me understand how caviar is sourced because there's so many different caviar companies.
it's probably not sourced well.
No, but I also feel like how many people are actually sourcing it? Because there's all these different like every celebrity has caviar now, right?
Do
like,
they?
oh yeah, like Michelle was just telling me that she got like Aaron Paul's caviar, and I was like, why does Aaron Paul have caviar?
Wow, that's
I barely know who Aaron Paul is. And so I'm assuming that like celebrities can partner with like these larger conglomerates to like create smaller brands, but it's all coming from the same caviar source.
If
I
you-
would have to imagine. I don't know.
If you could have one celebrity's caviar, Whose would you want?
Like one that actually exists, or like if I could make up a celebrity?
Yeah, if like you were like, there was a celebrity who had one and you could try it. Who would you want who would you want caviar from?
This is a very easy answer. I would want Elizabeth Taylor's caviar.
She did.
Well, this is a fantasy experiment.
No, I mean like
in a fantasy, she's alive and she has caviar. And it's called like black diamonds. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm sure it's exquisite. I'm sure it's so good. I'm sorry. I thought we were having a thought experiment.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
Fine. Yes. Okay.
Is that
fine.
done?
I'm sorry. I didn't clarify the
Cher.
rules.
I'll have Cher's caviar.
No,
I'm sure it's great.
I get it. You know whose I want? Jesus Christ.
Okay. It's so rude.
Because he'll make it probably from like wine. Just make it out of thin air from wine, and it'll taste delicious.
Yeah, fish eggs from wine.
And then I'll be like, you know what? I'd love a good sourdough with this. And he'd be like, poof, sourdough. Here you go.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just made him like Mario from
I don't know.
Super Mario Brothers.
I don't know, but
Here you go, Angel. It's your sourdough.
It's a me, Jesus Christ. Eat my caviar.
Jesus Cristo, thank you.
Okay, who's the real celebrity's caviar you would like?
Oh, easy. Josh Hutcherson.
Why?
I just trust him.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like he would do the work to really source it well.
Okay.
He just seems like he doesn't lie.
I was in a yoga class with him recently.
I know.
Yeah. That's all. I'm just going to stick with Liz Taylor because I don't have another answer.
Well, she died.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for rubbing salt in that wound. Never got to eat caviar with Liz Taylor.
I know. I never got to try on her jewels. But now I just need to become friends with Jennifer Tilly because I think she owns some of them.
Yeah, she sure does.
Oh, if you're listening, J Tills, invite me over.
Caviar and jewels.
Caviar. Honey.
We'll bring the caviar.
Oh.
We'll bring good caviar. Jennifer
right.
Tilly.
Yeah, it won't be Meredith Marks.
It will no. It'll be like
no offense to Meredith Marks. Again,
Royal, Ostera, Beluga, whatever it is. We'll do the research.
Yeah. We'll call Kathy Hilton.
No, I'm not calling Kathy.
I'm just saying she would know a good caviar.
Sure. Yes.
I would think.
I'm just going to call my grandma. She knows good caviar.
You know what? She does.
Yeah.
Can she get some for Hanukkah?
And it's a little late.
All right. Moving on. Okay.
Although, wouldn't that be like lovely, like a little latke with like caviar on top? It'd be a dream. Although it's very salty because the latke is already kind of salty.
Well, so are we.
Especially today.
All right.
Are we going to talk about astrology at all this episode?
We need to.
Okay.
So let's get into our
Cosmic Update.
Okay. So yesterday, we're recording this on December 11th. And yesterday, Neptune stationed direct at 29 degrees Pisces. So Neptune's on its way back
into
toward
Aries. But that doesn't happen until...
Oh, yeah, no, months and months.
Okay.
But still, it's direct again. We're moving forward, which is so nice because, it joins these other planets that were retrograde that are now in direct again. So it's just nice to feel like the direct energy again. Right. I felt like we needed it.
So as of now, in this current moment, are there any planets still retrograde?
I mean, yes.
Oh.
There are, but I don't think there's any that are like Uranus is still retrograde, Jupiter is still retrograde. But we have Saturn back. We have Mercury back. So it feels like we're at least, making some progress.
Yeah. The pendulum swinging back to the other side.
Exactly. So, and Mercury has shifted into Sagittarius today.
Oh.
Yes.
That's why I'm forcing you to tell the truth.
Oh, and I'm just lying.
When did you lie?
I'm not lying. But yeah, so that's nice too, because that means that, we're just a few degrees away from Mercury clearing its shadow and just kind of entering fresh, new territory.
Love that.
And before she entered Sag, she did like a little fresh trine to this Neptune in Pisces. So it's just nice that they're both getting to like meet each other, both in a direct space. It's almost like Neptune gives a blessing to Mercury's work that it did during the retrograde time.
Yeah.
And says, move forth, find your next adventure, find your next truth to live in Sagittarius.
I have it. I was given it.
What?
Well, I was given a new dream, a new project that I want to write.
Oh, yes.
My mistress.
Yes.
So it's
That's
forced
exciting.
me. Yeah. So it's like forced me to like really power through this like last fifth rewrite of the musical so I can just like send it out and then get to work on this new idea that I'm very excited about. And I feel like it was very much like a Neptunian kind of like full download.
Totally. Yeah. Well, that bodes well on
Say
your
more.
end
Oh, does
because come December 14th,
Okay, yes.
Mars shifts into Capricorn.
Uh-huh.
So, it gives us that ambition that we need. It gives us that serious drive that we need to accomplish.
Yeah. That's
It-
good. Gets into my 10th house, which is a good place to be sending out a script, even during the holidays.
Seriously. But just, I think useful energy too, as you're moving into new projects, trying to get things done. That like Capricornian energy, I think, can help fuel that.
Yeah.
So, for everyone out there, like just considering that, like come the 14th, like, we do get a little bit more of like a practical base of energy. Mars has been in Sag, it's not entirely the most productive per se. It's like productive on an ethereal level, like an intellectual level.
Right, yeah. Not ethereal, but like in
Yeah.
theory. Yeah.
Exactly.
It can be a little scattered. It can be
Yeah.
like a lot of different rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Mars kind of goes down.
Yeah. So like, I feel like when Mars shifts into Capricorn, it's like, oh, I can focus again. I can get, really like, attack things.
Implementation.
Yeah. Implement and get practical
Yeah.
on like what needs to get done.
And also like long range. I think like Mars in Capricorn understands how to take action in like bite-sized moments and knows what it's building towards.
Yeah.
Like it knows like, okay, well, like this is what I have to do in the next day, week, month, but this is what it's building towards.
Yeah.
There's like a goal. It's almost like a reverse engineering.
Yeah. And I would also add like a layer of purpose-driven mentality there.
Say more.
I know like the idea of like working toward our purpose can be really stressful. And like, because it's like, oh, I have to have a purpose and like.
Are people still trying to work towards their purpose?
I mean,
Is that it?
think so.
People are still trying to do that?
I mean, I think so.
People are still like hammering away at that old chestnut,
Yeah, I think.
trying to work towards their purpose.
I think a lot of people are at least like engaged with the idea of wanting to feel purpose in some way.
Didn't they listen to the episode where you said that purpose is presence?
Purpose is presence.
That was so meaningful. That was so like healing and releasing for me.
Aw.
I mean, I've been circling this tower for 100 years, but people think, especially again, like in late stage capitalism, that like your purpose is your career. Like your
Yeah,
purpose
this
is like
big
this
outward
thing.
thing.
Yeah. And that's not, I think, what like our souls didn't come here to like be on the cover of Forbes, like
Right.
maybe one soul did, but like I think for the majority of us, our souls didn't come here for necessarily the things we were to achieve.
Yeah.
They came here for the things we long to experience and learn.
Yeah, there's a deeper state of meaning to it.
Yeah. And of course it feels good to like feel recognized and to release your potential. But yeah, maybe. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like come down hard on people who are trying to like achieve their purpose. I just think that
You just wanted to mock them for a minute.
I did, and I still am. I just think that in the great effort to achieve your purpose, you might miss out on what your actual purpose was.
Well, yeah.
If you have the blinders on and you're just trying to achieve the goal. And I think Mars and Capricorn's really good at that.
Yeah.
But that's only one planet in one sign. And there are 12 signs and
Yeah.
there are many other planets.
Well, and I would argue that like the idea of like a greater purpose is still meaningful. Like I don't
Is it?
I think
No, I'm just, of course it is.
Yeah, I think
of course
it is. And I think that, like, the challenge is when we get caught up in, like, focusing solely on that and we miss all the moments that are getting us there. We don't address any meaning or purpose to the experiences we're having, because we might then actually miss that, our purpose is to pivot this direction.
Yeah.
And that's where we can get lost in sadness or frustration or anger, because we're like, no, I'm supposed to get there. And it's like, well, actually, if you had just paused and really paid attention, you would actually see that there's a great purpose for you right there. It's not so different, but it's not that exact thing.
Or even this idea that, like, there is one singular purpose.
Right.
I also have to say that the word purpose has been said so many times it's now lost meaning. Now all I can hear is porpoise.
Porpoise?
Yeah.
So what is your porpoise?
My porpoise is overweight, Arctic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an Arctic porpoise. I guess he's not overweight. He just, like, needs all that blubber to, like, keep him warm in the winter, you know?
Cute.
Yeah. He's a bachelor.
Oh.
Yeah. Who's your porpoise?
My porpoise, Josh Huttonson.
Okay, that was a really good callback. I'm dying over here. I'm dying.
He's harvesting caviar.
Oh, I bet he is. I bet he is.
Just doop, 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 doop,
He is adorable, and his
caviar.
his purity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's the friend we all want.
What if your purpose is just your essence? What if your purpose is just to figure out how to express your essence as unfiltered as possible and see what that opens up in your life?
Well, I don't know. Ask them out there.
I'll tell you who's not doing that. Meredith Marks and Lisa Barlow.
Honey, let's
Those
not even go back to
porpoises, them essences,
that. Don't take us back there.
locked up. Locked up.
I do want to just close the loop on this.
Oh, yeah. You didn't think I did a good job of it right there? You don't think that was a good... I'm sorry. I'm sick. Have I mentioned I'm sick?
Oh, we know.
I'm sick.
We know. No, just that I think this Mars in Capricorn shift does allow for an opportunity to connect and relate to a sense of greater purpose, but be in greater presence right now with what that purpose is. Don't refer back to the old chestnut that you've been cracking away at, because it might not be the same. It also might not need to be as, like, overarching. It might be like to write the greatest novel that's ever been written, but it's like, just make it about the one project you're working on. Just make it about the one book in front of you. And I just got to finish that, because I just feel it in my bones, in my heart, and I've got the outline here. But know that, like, as you stay present with that greater purpose, the outline might change, and that's okay. And just be in constant presence with all of the steps you're taking toward your purpose, because then that makes it even more purposeful.
It's beautiful. Be present with your porpoise.
Be present with your porpoise. Hey, Josh. So we do have that. We then, I'd say, like, kind of the next fun big thing is on December 20th, we get the Sag new moon.
Oh.
It's at 28 degrees.
Oh, you know what that's close to?
What? Meredith Marks?
No.
What?
The galactic center.
The galactic
The
center,
galactic center, a new moon with the galactic center.
Yeah, she's going to have a loose conjunction with Venus at 24.
Well, I hope she goes to the
has
doctor.
a square with Saturn and Neptune, though. But that actually I think is interesting. The closest degree, aspect is this square to Neptune at 29.
Yeah.
So I think that is actually interesting given the galactic center of
Might be
it
like,
all.
dueling downloads.
Yeah, but it's also like grounding the downloads, right? It's like, because square is like a challenge energy. So it's like, don't just let it all live up in here, or out here. But yeah, I just think like that's the hope, right? Is to like ground it in that
Who's grounding
form.
it? Who's Neptune ain't grounding nothing.
No, I think the square energy is
Oh.
the challenge there to like take the downloads, as you said, and give some form to it.
Totally. Yeah. That makes perfect sense, actually. That's good astrology.
Thank you. Thank you. Because we're also going to see that day the sun squaring Neptune, Mercury squaring the North Node that day, Venus is squaring Saturn that day. So there's a lot of square challenge energy that day. So I even think that Venus and Saturn square is a sense of like, bring it to tangible form here.
Yeah.
Like, what's the use of this? It's not just like we're in the ethereal experience. What are we using it for?
It also could be that like the ethereal experience is what comes out of a very tight spot.
Yeah.
Like you find yourself in the square, and the only way to make it out of the square alive is to reach for the galactic center or to like reach for Neptune.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that new moon in Sagittarius.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. And then especially like, because that's like the end of Sag season. And then the 21st, we enter Capricorn season.
Yeah.
And I think Mars will already, help us usher that in a week earlier, like to some degree. But then, yeah, we're fresh off into Cap season and forward steam ahead. Here's the hoping.
I want to do a year ahead spread podcast next time.
Oh, that's what we're going to do, everybody.
I was thinking about it, and then hearing about that new moon in Sagittarius really made me feel like...
Okay, perfect. It'll be
because a new moon in Sagittarius is about like a new quest. Like it's time that we all need a new quest, and I feel like a year ahead spread for the collective or for the gazers would be really useful, just to kind of help us wrap our heads around like what is a new path forwards that we can walk.
All right, great. That'll be our ho-ho holidays gift.
Our ho-ho holidays gift.
To everybody. All right, Gorge. Well... our gift to you right now.
We didn't do it last week.
We didn't. We gave you like a little bit of a
well, it's because that gorgeous meditation.
Yeah,
I didn't want to disrupt it. I know we
did
we didn't talk about it, but I just felt like I was in such a nice space after that meditation.
No, I think it was good. So now our cards are back. The reading is back.
All right, so just take a moment and settle into your heart, giving yourself permission to touch your own presence.
Oh.
Wherever you are, just feel yourself in time, in space, opening up to this message, trusting that it will resonate no matter the future place or time to which you listen to this episode. And if you have a question, some area of your life that needs a little help or healing, you can just reach out into the cards, connecting to them by listening into the sound of them being shuffled and asking that this card be a message for you specifically that resonates, that helps, that gives you the guidance and the clarity that you need.
I need it.
Eight of Pentacles.
Oh.
Get to work, babies. Get to work. So the Eight of Pentacles is literally this figure. He is making money. He's minting it. But it really speaks to an evolution of our technique, the leveling up of our skill. And I think in relationship to everything that we've been talking about, it makes sense that we are all being asked to learn new ways of maybe doing the same old thing that we've been doing. So it's like we will always be learning how to do the dishes, or we'll always be learning how to cook meals for ourselves. But it's like you have to keep up leveling it. You have to find a way to meet yourself in real time. And so whatever you're working on, whatever the project is, ask yourself, am I writing from my current state, or am I writing from the past? Am I like relying on old tricks or like using old habits, as opposed to meeting yourself where you are and seeing what new craft can come out of that? Pentacles are earthly. They're our body and our bank account, but they're also a symbol for magic. So the Eight of Pentacles also speaks to how we create magic. And I think that as we live our lives, if we're blessed enough to live many decades, the way in which we do magic changes. And magic is creating something out of nothing. So if you are an artist, if you're an entertainer, if you're just like hosting a holiday party, think about what is like the next leveling up of the magic that you're creating for people. And leveling up in terms of like technique and skill doesn't mean that like you're learning more or you're studying more. It just means like you're challenging yourself to grow. You're growing from what you've already done, and you're letting that not satisfy you, but be the place from which you explore new horizons. We get very easily satisfied with ourselves, just like as human beings. We're like, that's good enough. You know, like there's this invisible ceiling that we sometimes like put on ourselves.
Mhm.
And the Eight of Pentacles says like, what if you could like peek over that ceiling with whatever it is that you're doing and like see what else is possible there? Like, this is a really stupid example, but I went to the optometrist today because I'm having trouble with a contact prescription. And she put me in a bunch of different contacts. And I think she has Virgo placements, but she like put me in these contacts and she had me looking at like, you know, the letters. And she was like, is this better? Is this better? And I was like, that's good enough. I was like, I can see that. That's good enough. And I was like, that's not perfect, but like, you know, it's fine. And she was like, no. She was like, I want it to be perfect. Good enough is not good enough here, which is why I think she's a Virgo. But I was grateful. I was grateful that she was like, don't settle for seeing things a little blurry. Ask to be able to see things sharper than you've ever seen them before. That's kind of Eight of Pentacles. Like whatever it is that you're working on, don't get satisfied with it being a little blurry, a little sloppy. You're like, people will forgive the edges. It's like, make it like challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Level up. Go from, you know, professional to master.
Ooh.
Even if it's just in how you bake a Hanukkah cookie.
Aw.
And I'm saying that to myself as I know, go bake some fucking Hanukkah cookies.
They're going to be great.
They're going to be better than they've ever been before.
They're going to be the best Hanukkah cookies anyone's ever had. I can't wait.
Candy ginger? What if I threw some candy ginger into some?
Sure, give it a try.
I'm going to give it a try. Thanks for being here, babies. Sign up for the newsletter.
Yes, thespiritualgaze.com.
Scroll down to the very bottom, put in your email. We won't spam you. We barely send out newsletters at all.
You can find out about our healings and readings there. You can engage with one of our specials we were just discussing. There'll be more about that in the newsletter as well. And you can always find us at the Instagram or TikTok at The Spiritual Gaze.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, honeys. Until next time, this has been your transit through
The Spiritual
Gaze.
Ho, ho, ho.